So I told him, the guy from the agency, Catch-22, I told him I can't do any manual work. I'm too old. I want some easy office job smoking cigarettes and photocopying my own head all day. And didn't want to hump bags of cement around a yard, push things on wheels in 3-story high rooms with no heating, drink scalding tea with balding sun readers, hear jokes I didn't like, words I'd never use. I wasn't going to be responsible for anything or to anyone. I wasn't going to observe any dress code when I didn't have any dress sense. All my ambition was negative. Amnobition? Zespiration? I didn't want a job, but if I couldn't eat, or rather drink, without one, I didn't want one involving any effort, discomfort, strain, attendance, duties, or activity. I wondered idly if there were any vacancies in the House of Lords. So, next time I check in with Major, he gives me a manual job. Bloomsbury Gardens, wherever that was, moving stuff into an office, whatever that was, at 8 a.m, whenever that was. I knew it was a test of my integrity, a test I'd already failed by applying for a job in the first place. But I wanted money more than respect, both of which I lacked, and one of which I didn't want anyway, so whatever happened, I figured out I'd come out even or richer. Oh, how young I was. Dragging your reluctant bones to work early is not as interesting as doing anything else I can think of at that time in the morning, like sleeping. The light is weird, all the sounds are different, things haven't been used up by the day, the air hasn't been breathed in and out or filled with fumes yet. Everything is as strange as the windows in a new country. London at that time is either deserted or full of demented obsessives. I can't remember now. Who cares? I'm never doing it again. The weather was okay, but it was August, so I'm not going to gush. I can't understand how anyone can work on a nice day anyway. There are so many better things to do, like sleeping. I've done my usual trick of looking in the A to Z, memorising it wrongly and getting lost. Similar to setting all my clocks wrong so I never know the right time. This makes me angry when it goes against me, which is all the time, so I can effortlessly associate being late, getting lost and losing my temper with going to work, which I hate anyway. So it all turns into some superb spiral of misdirected loathing. Mission accomplished then. With skills like these, I could rule myself out of almost any job, apart from maybe unlicensed minicab driver, where being late, getting lost and being angry all the time seem to be prerequisites. So I'm wandering around fucking Bloomsbury, looking for some street or other, Bloomsbury Gardens, which turns out not to be a garden, not a cul-de-sac, a mews, a square, or anything like that. It's a building. Now, alright, it makes sense the job was moving office equipment, but it was a building, okay? Not a garden. A garden has grass and flowers, not stairs and a door. On a weekend, if the weather's fine, you don't potter around in the building. Outside the building garden misleading predicate, there was a truck. Guys are unloading stuff from it. It looked like heavy stuff. I'm convinced nothing good ever happens with a truck. Just ask Dennis Weaver. You're either loading it or unloading it, which is fabulously shit, or you're driving it, which makes you a lorry driver, which makes you fabulously shit. I stood watching the line of beefy lads and their burdens like a newly condemned soul pretending he's just visiting hell on a break. I wanted a raise, or redundancy. Ever had that moment where you're on your way to work and you stop walking and you look at your feet and say to them, "What the hell are you doing to me? Why have you brought me here?" Negotiations then begin between your head and your empty wallet. Guess who wins? Betrayed, I approach the truck. I'm convinced nothing good ever happens with the truck. Did I tell you? The beefy boys are moving office dividers. Squares of plywood covered with purple carpet with metal bands around the edges and feet to stand them up on. About 5 foot square and heavy as all fuck. The lads can carry one each. I know I can't. They're all wearing the same Fred Perry t-shirts with a little logo on the heart. The idea that they all had the same t-shirt by coincidence was fine with me. It took me all morning to figure out they worked for the removals company and not the agency like me. They had company t-shirts and I didn't. This is a sort of razor-sharp perception that helped me get where I was so early in life. Rock bottom and sinking. Hi, who's Shala? He points to a large black dude. Shala? Yeah. I'm from the agency. You're late. I think I loved Shala unconditionally from the very first. Someone laughed over his shoulder. People looked. Of the two available feet to get off on, I had unerringly chosen the wrong one. With a little thrill of recognition that accompanied almost all my experiences with people, I realised I had irreconcilably alienated myself from the rest of them by being late, by being from the agency, and indeed just by being. He gave me detailed instructions on how to unload the truck and carry the stuff inside. This was highly technical information and had to be explained to new guys at least twice, with lots of manly swearing to make sure we understood the finer points, until it was absolutely clear we were unloading the stuff and it had to go inside the building rather than, say, back on the truck. My admiration for Shala's gigantic intellect only grew to previously unimagined proportions. Unloading, carrying, my God, did this man's genius know no limits?